Welcome to another episode of Art Heals All Wounds, where we explore the intersection between art and well-being. I'm your host, Pam Uzel. I'm curious, are you tired of me yet? Ready to take a little break? Well, I'm not tired of you, but I am tired. It's the end of the season, and I have a few weeks before season 3 begins. I'm looking forward to enjoying the summer before coming back with a new season at the beginning of September. While I'm gone, I'll be sharing a couple of episodes from other shows that I've enjoyed and that I think you'll enjoy too. I'll also be thinking a lot about season 3 in all kinds of ways, from the artwork to the messaging, taking everything I learned from the artists who were part of season 2 and thinking about how that should inform the podcast in season 3. You could really help me out by letting me know what types of artists you're interested in hearing from. There's so much good that artists are doing in the world. Amazing activist work around social justice issues, tackling climate change, and really importantly, helping us with those emotional places where we get stuck. What are you interested in hearing? I'm always very open to suggestions, so just reach out either via email, which you can find on my website, or on social media. I want to take this moment to thank the incredibly talented people who helped me put this show together. Do you appreciate everyday magic? That's how I feel about the editor of this podcast, Eva Hristova. I really, truly couldn't do this show without her. When I first started working with Eva, I was so nervous. I'd never handed off my tracks to an editor. I thought, will she do a good job? Then I got the episode back and was like, wow, she does a much better job than I do. I also want to thank Gretchen Kusel, who writes the show notes for the podcast. She finds the high points and the theme of the episode and writes such beautiful descriptions of them. Her show notes for the episode with my daughter made me cry. I was connected with both of these talented women through the amazing Lauren Popish, founder of The Wave Podcasting, which supports women podcasters and links them with women editors and writers like Eva and Gretchen. I also really want to thank the help I get on my news note from my beautiful and talented cousin, Tiffany Braden. Tiffany is interviewed on season 1, episode 3 for her talent as a professional pole dancer, but she's also an incredible writer. Last but not least, I want to thank my daughter, Allegra Telemack, who helps proofread the transcripts for this show. Mostly on this episode, I want to thank you for listening. I just did a count before recording this episode, and there are listeners of Art Heals All Wounds in 36 different countries. Do you mind if I read the countries? I hope not, because I'm so grateful to everyone who's listening. And even if I don't know your name, I want to give your country a shout out. Here we go. The United States, India, Ireland, Belgium, the UK, with listeners from both England and Scotland, Canada, Norway, Bulgaria, Australia, Germany, the Netherlands, Kenya, Singapore, Spain, France, Fiji, Brazil, Greece, Italy, Russia, Algeria, Chile, Colombia, Croatia, Denmark, Estonia, Hungary, Israel, New Zealand, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, South Africa, Switzerland, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. I think this means that all over the world there are people who believe in the power of art and get as much inspiration from the artists sharing their stories on this show as I do, and that you believe in the value of sharing stories and the power of conversation to reach both our hearts and our minds. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you so, so much. If you want to help us continue to grow, please consider sharing this podcast with a friend or two. I'm wishing all of you a wonderful rest of your summer or your winter, depending on which hemisphere you're in. I've loved creating this past season for you, and I'm really excited to share season 3 with you when I come back in September. The music you've heard in this podcast is Yellow Light District by Lobo Loco. Beethoven's Piano Sonata No. 15 in D major was performed by Karina Galanian. This podcast was edited by Eva Hristova.